What's going on, everybody? Lil Chris here, and first let me start off by apologizing that I haven't posted any content lately. I've just been really busy with work. But I finally now have a free moment, and I picked up a couple of new toys along the way that I wanted to try out in today's video. For example, you might see this little square here. This is actually a magnetic clip that is holding my new microphone underneath my shirt, and now I no longer have to wear that headset microphone. I've also picked up another GoPro. And with this and my GoPro that I have mounted above my table, what I want to do today is break and run this 9-ball rack. But after the break, I want to show you an aerial view of the entire table and perform a complete run-out analysis of what I'm going to try to do, and then switch to the GoPro here that I'm going to have mounted above my head so you can see where I'm actually hitting on the cue ball, and let's actually see if I can stick to whatever pattern that I'm going to come up with. Because if something does go wrong, then we're going to switch back to the aerial view and do another reanalysis to try to finish the rack. So let's give this a try. All right, so let's break and run this 9-ball rack. Okay, so we're able to make 2 balls on the break. So let's go ahead and switch to the aerial view and look at the entire table. So we made the 1 and the 8 on the break. The 8 was the standard wing ball that has a tendency to go when you rack the 1 on the spot. And we can see that we have the 2 ball here, 3 ball here. We have the pink 4 and the purple 5 because I'm using the Airman blacks. 6 is here at the other end of the table. 7 is here in the middle of the table. And the 9 is still pretty much in the rack area. So one thing to take note when you're running a 9-ball rack, and this is something that I learned from Demetrius, is that you want to try to identify what you believe to be the key transition of the run out. Meaning the transition that is probably the most difficult, and if you're able to hit that transition, then you're more than likely going to run the table. And when I look at this table, it's of my opinion that I think the transition from the 3 to the 4 is probably going to be the hardest one. And that's going to dictate how I might play the 2 to get position on the 3. So what I'm currently thinking about doing right now is I want to probably play the 2 into the corner pocket, have the cue ball come off of the side rail, come between the 5 and the 7 to get the position on the 3 to go into this corner. When I play the 3 in this corner, that's most likely going to cause me to play the 3 over here, or the cue ball over here to play position for the 4 to go down there. That should hopefully allow me to stay on the 5 to go into the same corner and roll forward for the 6 to go into this corner here. The 7 can pretty much go almost anywhere into any of these 4 pockets. There's no reason that I would play the 7 into either of those pockets. And then more than likely, the 9 will go into either of these. So let's see if I can actually stick with that. And if something does go wrong, then we'll switch back to the aerial view and do another analysis to see if we can finish the rack. So it looks like we're just going to try to stun over to the side rail, and with a touch of right spin, try to come in between the 5 and the 7. Even get a little friendly bump on the 5. So I'm on the 3 like I want. And I think I'm just going to use draw to delay when the cue ball touches the short rail. No side spin. That allows me to get position on the 4. And you can see with the angle that I have on the 4, my cue ball can go to the side rail and come back out for the 5 in the same corner. I can even try to come all the way out and play the 5 in the side if I wanted to. So I think this is just going to be a center ball hit. Now, unfortunately, I probably should have hit that just a little bit harder. because now I have a small back cut angle to go into the corner pocket, and I have to try to allow my cue ball to drift forward, not touch the 7, and get position on the 6 for the same corner, when ideally, if I was just a little bit more over here, then I can just roll forward and play the 6 in the opposite corner. So we do have some topspin on this. Let's see if I can avoid touching that 7 and get position on the 6. All right, so that worked out. Now, when we look at this, we can see that I can pretty much back cut the 6 into the corner pocket, and more than likely, I will probably stun out for the 7 to go into the side, and that should allow me to just roll forward to play the 9 into the corner pocket. So, nothing but bottom spin on this shot. I probably would have liked the cue ball to roll a little bit more, but we should be okay here. I can just roll this in with some topspin. Get nice and flat on the 9 ball. And that's gonna wrap things up for today's video. So let me know what you think about the new microphone and how does everything sound. And of course, let me know what you think of the runout analysis with the aerial view and then being able to see how I shoot from my point of view. Because I plan on doing plenty more videos like this with 8-ball, 10-ball, and maybe even some straight pool. That way I'm always faced with something a little different, and you'll start seeing me shoot some bank shots, combo shots, carom shots, you name it. And then even occasionally, I might actually have to do more than one analysis to be able to get through the rack rather than just the one that I did today. Now, with regards to today's run out, I hope what I said about the key transition makes sense. Because had I not hit that transition from the 3 to the 4, then the rest of the run out might have been more difficult than what it was. Now, if you feel like you're at a point where you can't plan a complete run out like I did today, well then don't worry, just check out this video right here because it'll help you progressively get your way through a 9-ball rack. And then be sure to check out the other video as well. So if you like what you saw here, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and then ring that bell to be notified whenever I go live or publish a new video. Take care, everybody.